Meanwhile, his teammate Mark Martin, who started outside the front row, sits on pit road, getting 4 tires and fuel. 1 lap ago, Mark missed the entrance to pit road, had to slow, make another lap around. He's now on his way.
There is back on the pit road is a car number 60. And apparently black flagged, we are told, Bill, as the 60 car is headed back to you.
And it's our understanding the catch can is still attached to that car. Still attached to the rear of the car. Extra stop for Mark Martin. He comes back. The catch can is there. We'll go ahead and top it off with fuel, and he'll go out on his way. Very difficult sequence to swallow there on a very stout race car.
Wow.
And he's about to go a lap down. Jeff Burton goes by. Nemechek has gone by. So now the guy who looked like was a lead pipe cinch to win is a lap down.
Now we may see what that Winn-Dixie Ford is made of, because they made Mark Martin mad. Left that catch can in. Now he's lapping about 3 or 4 seconds behind, so we'll see what he's got, because I bet you he's going to plant that right foot firmly in the throttle. Well, I said a moment ago, right behind him was his teammate, Mark Martin, who has already gone around him and now trying to get the Nemechek to put himself back on the lead lap.
And here comes Mark makes it 3 wide, trying to go on the outside of Kevin Harvick and splits the 63 car, I think that was, of Mark Green.
Wow. I told you they made him mad.
Yeah, they made him mad, because that's not a Mark Martin move right there. That's, you know, Mark usually drives these things just as sharp as a tack. He just thinks about everything before. He's making stuff happen right now. He's trying to get back to that 87. You see him turn dead left in the middle of the straightaway, take him 3 wide down the backstretch. He's going to get to that 87 and get back in the lead lap somehow.
Like the old Jim Croce song, they tugged on Superman's cape one time too many here today for Mark Martin. He's going to get back on the lead lap as he's moving on Joe Nemechek. We are halfway home. That time by 100 laps in the books, 100 to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
And this traffic has allowed Nemechek to pull out from the second place car, the 9 car of Jeff Burton, by 2 seconds. It looked like Burton was going to move up and on his back bumper and pass him, but he's pulled away a little bit. But Mark Martin is the guy, you guys have said, that is on the move.
Just keeps hammering right there, waiting for a mistake to happen.
If you just joined us, Mark Martin was among the leaders for much of the first half of the race. Came down for his scheduled pit stop on lap 80. They left the catch can attached to the back of the car. He was black flagged, had to come back in. Stopped to go to remove the catch can. He was a lap down in 19th position when he went back out. Now he is being shown still a lap down, and well, almost a lap down. Car number 20, Mike Borkowski, we're told, they've had a little contact with the concrete. He slows as the rookie driver, and we'll watch again Mark Martin trying to get back on the lead lap.
Tries to accelerate it by, cannot quite make it. He goes on the inside of Nemechek. They'll go through the corner side by side. I think Mark has the preferred lines. We'll let the car drift up, and he will get by Nemechek.
And now if the caution were to come out, Mark Martin will be able to go back and get on the lead lap. And there is a caution, a car in the wall in turns 1 and 2. That is Mike McLaughlin. Heavy contact for the Gould's Pump Chevrolet.
It has been a very exciting day for Tony Lambert and company. More exciting than you had planned. First of all, did Mark miss pit road on his first attempt, Tony?
Yeah, we had talked about it earlier. It's kind of tough to get in, and our car is real loose. And when he tried to come in, he said he'd have spun it out if he had tried to make it. So he decided to stay out and just make another lap. Then other things went haywire, too. So it's been kind of a bad day here for a little while.
Yeah, that would be the catch can left in the rear of the car. But before your second pit stop, the one you made just a few moments ago, you gave a pointer to your catch can man. What was that?
I told him he better hang on to it even if it drags his butt down pit road.
And, Tony, obviously the next question is fuel mileage. You've gotten exceptional fuel mileage here today. Can you reach the finish?
We're hoping. This is a good place to gamble. And we're doing some gambling right now. It's paid off once, and hopefully it'll pay off again for us Winn-Dixie Ford.
So you haven't made your decision?
Not yet. We're hoping there's another caution, but we'll see.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so it has been a very exciting day for Mark Martin and company, but they did get themselves back on the lead lap. Mark Martin currently 5th after falling a lap down under green flag conditions. A remarkable run coming off the win at Rockingham 1 week ago.
Mark Martin gave Tony Lambert his first victory as a Busch Series crew chief here a year ago. Take a look at the pit stop summary. Look at Mark Martin. He came in an 11th spot and came out 5th. I mean, that's incredible work in the pits by Tony Lambert and the crew. And just 19 laps ago, Mark Martin was running 19th a lap down. He'll be 5th on the restart.
Meanwhile, that's a battle for the lead. We've got Mark Martin, the Winn-Dixie car, coming up right behind Todd Bodine.
Martin is the 60 car, Bodine the 66. Of course, Jeff Gordon, the 24, Kevin Grubb, the 37, Elton Sawyer, the 98 car. Those are cars that are on the tail end of the lead lap. If you're wondering why they don't move out of the way, they're trying to hang on the lead lap.
In case that caution flag comes out, the pace car picks up the leader, which would be Todd Bodine, and they get to go around and make up 1.5 miles.
Let's check in the pits once again on Ray Dunlap, right?
Well, Jerry, when it comes to the 10 car for Jeff Green, Harold Hawley, the crew chief, said they should have about a half a gallon of extra fuel whenever this race is over. As far as the number 66 for Todd Bodine, Donnie Richardson said, we can go lap 199 for sure. After that last one, I'm not too sure, but he has now lost the lead to Mark Martin, so Todd Bodine falls back to second.
And meanwhile, Joe Nemechek and the 9 car of Jeff Burton, they're really behind a lot of traffic, which is going to allow Mark Martin to. Look at all that traffic that Nemechek and Burton have to try to drive through. Battle for the lead. Todd Bodine drives up on the outside of Mark Martin. Mark has been trying to get by Elton Sawyer, could not make it, and Todd Bodine goes by and takes the lead.
Todd Bodine hoping the third time is a charm at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He's third in 97, and an engine problem back in 99. Is there a problem with the Mark Martin car, or is he biding his time? Let's check in with Bill Weber.
I think you're seeing what Kyle was just talking about with some of the other drivers. You're going to see a little bit of patience here because, as you saw with that last caution, Mark opted not to stop. And I talked to Tony Lambert, and he said the fact that they ran caution laps for the Jarrett crash helped them make the decision that they believe they can make it to the middle of the backstretch on the last lap on fuel. They're not sure that the car will make it all the way to the finish. It's going to be very close. But they decided, since they weren't running for points, they went for the track position and, of course, took the gamble.
When we left, he was leading, and Mark Martin made the move look easy. Gone by and pulled away by about 4 car lengths. But look at Martin's teammate starting to come up there and get a little racy with Todd Bodine. If you're wondering about the hood of Martin's car, that checkerboard flag emblem, in those white squares, they have put decals for every single of his 41 Busch Series wins, and that's a great way to commemorate his farewell tour here in NASCAR Busch Series racing.
Well, beginning this year, Jerry, I believe he had 40 victories, didn't he? And so they left 10 squares blank for this year, and already at Rockingham, they filled in one of the blanks. They only have 9 more to go, and the way he's going this year, he might complete all those white squares with a victory.
Well, he's batting 1,000 right now. He's run one race at Rockingham. He's won that one. He said he's going to run 14 this year, Kyle, and he wants to win all 14. He said no mercy. I'm taking no mercy on anybody. My last year, I'm going to win them all.
That's what I was getting ready to say. They said they added 10 squares. They may not have done enough the way he's running right now and the way he's been running.
Indeed. Mark Martin, boy, what a good one he has been for the Busch Series and coming back to his roots here. Started out in the ASA and then the Midwest and now NASCAR Busch competition.
And here we go. Jeff Burton closing right on the back bumper of Mark Martin with just 12 laps to go.
And remember, you heard Bill Weber talk to Tony Lambert, Mark Martin's crew chief, about they did not stop for fuel. They would be very close, and they could probably go maybe to the middle of the backstretch in that last lap or so. So we'll keep an eye on that fuel situation for the Winn-Dixie Ford. Meanwhile, his teammate, the 9 car, did make a stop and go there to top it off for fuel, so he should be okay.
Jeff Gordon, we see the Pepsi car once again trying to put another lap on Jeff. That would put him 2 laps down. Jeff is currently in 15th position.
And remember when this run started, Jeff was on the tail end of the lead lap. And Mark and those guys fought around him with Todd Bodine right after that last caution. And now these guys have run far enough that they come back around the racetrack and lap Jeff again, which is, it just shows how fast Mark and these guys are really going.
He tries again on the outside of Randy LaJoy. And meanwhile, he's got cars side by side right in front of him. He clears LaJoy. Now he goes up there. We see the Grubb from 37. Kevin Grubb. And now we saw him in Jack Sprague.
Here comes the 9.
And the problem is the 15 and the 37 of Grubb, these guys are racing for position. They're racing for position 12 and 13 right here. They don't care.
Oh, and Sprague goes around right in front of Mark, and here comes the 9 car for the lead. Jeff Burton takes the lead.
And Sprague has had hard contact with the wall. Mark Martin has to jump on the binders to keep from getting into Sprague, and Burton has taken the lead and the caution flag. The caution is waving for the 3rd time today, and just that quickly with 3.5 laps to go, there is Jack Sprague's Albertson Chevrolet, the Andy Petrie-owned car. He was battling with Kevin Grubb for the 12th position, with the leaders right behind him, and his car just suddenly jerked sideways into the wall.
And what a great piece of driving by Mark Martin. He was right there. You saw him hit the brakes. The car sets to the left, turns to the left real hard. He releases and drives past it, but by then his momentum's killed, and Jeff Burton goes by him. But what a great job.
Let's show you again what happened just a moment ago here in the turn.
The 15 car, Sprague, trying to come off the corner, trying to stay in front of the 37 car, and the back end goes around. And look at this, Kyle, what you're talking about. Mark just turned left.
Just turns left, and you see the black marks where he turns left and sets the wheel. You see the wheel turn back to the right a little bit and puts black marks on the racetrack. He turns so hard and stands in the gas. But like I say, it kills your momentum right there. But what a great job. Look at it right here. He hits the brakes, boom, turns to the left, releases, and it comes straight off. You see the black mark as he drives away.
Well, that is impressive.
Man. But he did lose the lead. Watch from the helicopter.
He can't be more than a foot and a half behind him, and watch, he somehow misses this car.
And look at Burton just go right by him. Man, tough break from Mark Martin. Now 2 laps to go, so it looks like this thing is going to end on the caution flag.
And Tony is able to smile, but obviously it wasn't meant to be today for you guys, was it?
It don't look like it. Seems like everything we done, something happened, and we overcome it, and Sprague spun out in front of us, and he just didn't have nowhere to go and had to slam on brakes, and the caution comes out. And we were close on fuel, and it just one thing after another, and it wasn't meant to be, but I'm proud for these guys. All these guys helped on Burton fix that car and get it ready for them, and I'm glad to see them win.
Okay, tough day. Better luck next time. Tony Lambert, the crew chief for Mark Martin. Jack Roush, his car owner, is spotting for Mark. After the caution came out, Jack apologized to Mark, said, but there's nothing I could do. Obviously, you saw it happen right in front of you, Ray.
Back-to-back wins here in Las Vegas. They roll the dice and come up victorious. The NorthernLight.com team celebrating. What a day for Team Roush. There's the hand out the window for Jeff Burton, 32 years of age, and his teammate behind him there, Mark Martin, will pull up alongside and congratulate him on what has been a great afternoon for
I'm not so sure, Jerry. I'm not so sure he's going to pull up the side of him and congratulate him. He hasn't yet anyway, because you know it has to be bitter disappointment from Mark Martin as well as he ran today.
Considering how far he had to come from being a lap down, and he drove his heart out.
Yeah, as Mark gets ready to go out for happy hour for Winston Cup, a fabulous race car under there today, but I know that's a heartbreaking loss.
It's kind of hard to get beat there right at the end. You know, that's never easy to take, but the Winn-Dixie team did a great job with the car today, and we overcame some problems and had some great pit strategy, a good handling car, and I guess that's the way it goes. I'm sure Jeff Burton had it planned that way.
Come into the pits, you have the catch can stay on there, you have to come in for a stop and go. You're a lap down, get back on the lead lap and race all the way around. It shows you guys have awfully strong equipment at Roush Racing.
That's just a great car. I mean, that's the same car we ran with Rockingham, and it's my favorite car in the stable, and being that this is the last year I'm going to run the series, we wanted to go out and try to win every race, and we're giving it all we've got.
Well, you had them covered today, and guys, that car is Old Yeller. It's won 5 of 7 races, but it doesn't win today at Vegas.
I know that Jeff Burton is in victory lane, but what a performance this guy put in today. If you just joined us, Mark Martin got a lap down at lap 85 because of the catch can being on the car. And absolutely, I mean, had to come down, came back and was leading the race with 3 laps to go, and Jack Sprague's car spun. He had to jump on the brakes. Burton slides by. The caution comes out, and it's all over. Back with more in a moment.